Hey everybody, welcome to Stout Advice. You know, in life we all have adversity, and I was having a conversation with a friend of mine. They're going through some tough times and trying to figure out the direction of life, so to speak, and asking the famous question, why? And it dawned on me, man, we've all had adversity. And I think when we can start to embrace adversity in a positive instead of a negative, we start to truly understand the purpose of why that event or happening, if you will, has existed in our life. I love what Zig Ziglar has to say. He says, there's no such thing as a smooth mountain. If there were, how in the world would you climb it? It's so true, because it takes those valleys, those little crevices that help boost us up to that next level. Well, I think that's what adversity does for us. It gives us almost like a caution sign or a yield sign. When we're driving down the road, if we run right through a detour sign, that's not a good thing. That detour sign's there for a reason, to put us into the right direction, to get us on the right road, if you will, to ultimately get where we want to go. And I think that's what adversity is. And if we'll learn to embrace adversity in that light as a good thing, not as a bad thing. So instead of being frustrated or having negative thoughts when adversity happens, just take a step back, relax, sort of assess the situation and try to figure out the good in it, because there is good in it. Whenever there's adversity, there's definitely a good thing coming behind it. It's like the great biblical verse that says, when one door closes, another door opens. And I think it's important that as we analyze the role of adversity in our lives, we start to see adversity as a yield sign, a caution sign, a detour sign, and not as a warning or life's bad. Adversity is a great thing. Little thoughts to kind of wrap up this video. Number one, our action item is write down the things that you've experienced in your life that have been adverse, adversity, things that haven't gone exactly how you wish they would, and track back. Think of years ago. Think of last week, but write those moments down. The second action item is write down what's come about from those periods of adversity in your life. I know for my wife and I, greatest marriage in the world, but if we were to look back at the adversity that took place over our lives from childhood to up to where we are now, I promise you, they always had a good outcome. At the moment, it may not have seemed like it. So action item one, once again, action item one, write down all the adversity that you've had in your life and think back to your childhood, whatever. And then the second action item is write down the positives that have come from that adversity, the character-building moments that have come from that adversity, the change in direction that occurred in your life because of those moments of adversity. Thanks for joining us on Stout Advice, and God bless.